Okay, welcome to this ROCUP and Puccio Performance tutorial on how to do a bodyweight squat properly. So all you need is yourself on the floor. First things first, there's lots of information and conflicting information about how deep you should go. And obviously it depends on you, your anatomy and the sport that you do. But a lot of people, for example, say that a squat should just go so 90 degrees and back up. But if your sport demands the fact that you're compressing your legs, then it's actually important to do the full range of motion. And it's actually kinder on your knees to do that full range of motion as long as you're in control and the repetitions are slow and precise. In terms of foot position and knee position, it does actually depend, contrary to a lot of belief, on your anatomy. So for example, what your hip joint's doing, and for example that means you could have wider legs and knees pointing outwards as long as they stay in a straight line. If your knees buckle or go outwards, that's what you don't want to do, that's what you want to avoid. So you have to find a position that feels good for you, keeping your back as straight as possible. I've got quite a flexible lower back, so it's quite hard for it not to round, but throughout all of this exercise you want to try and tuck your belly button towards your spine, and at the high point really tense your glute, and along the way down you want to keep that spine as straight as possible, not arching or rounding. Shoulder blades should be back, hands out front, so shoulder blades back, and trying to keep your head at a level position. So in terms of the back, then you want it as straight as possible throughout the movement. So to begin with, 5 seconds up, 5 seconds down, really nice, slowly and precise. So you're going down, and back up. Clenching your bum, shoulder blades back, down, and back up. My knees and my hips kind of demand that my legs are slightly more open. Even when I'm doing weighted squats, they'll tend to want to go out more than if they're just straight on. My knees will buckle slightly more. So that's why I'm in this stance. In terms of what you want to do with your knees in relation to your feet, then if you want a straight back, or as straight as possible, your knees will want to come over the front of your toes slightly more than, say for example, if you were doing a deadlift or kind of a power lift. So slightly far apart, shoulders back, full range of motion, back up, nice and tight, nice and slow. Obviously there's variations which we'll explore in other videos. I'll also link useful profiles and YouTube videos for more advanced movement. But for all reps and sets, look in the description below and stay tuned.